Hello, I am Aviva Lee, reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. Today is Friday, the 23rd of May, 2008. Shabbat will enter this city just shortly, and it is a beautiful, sunny day here in the holiest city on earth. Welcome to this edition of Fact Not Commentary. This morning, just after 9:30 a.m., the spokesperson for the Israel Defense Force confirmed that an Israeli soldier had been moderately wounded during a military operation while his unit was carrying out a planned action against the terrorist infrastructure in the Gaza Strip. During the operation, hostile combatants in the Gaza Strip fired mortar shells at Israel soldiers. The injured soldier was evacuated to the hospital for treatment of his wounds. And the same IDF communique revealed that during a military exercise yesterday in the northern Gaza Strip in the village of Shayaya, a team of Israeli soldiers were searching a schoolyard. During that search procedure, the soldiers discovered an anti-tank launcher and a number of missiles. And on Tuesday, May the 20th, a bit south of Nablus, Israel Defense Force soldiers charged with protecting the sovereign state of Israel, her citizens, and her borders, discovered a hostile Arab combatant. It was ascertained at the Huwara crossing that the young man in question was wearing a belt of explosives and intending to detonate that belt. After identifying the man as an Arab terrorist, Israel's soldiers ordered the man to stop and to cease all movement. The man, still unnamed by the IDF, moved his hands in the direction of the detonation device for the belt. At this point, the soldiers fired upon and killed the Arab terrorist. The communique announced also the apprehension and official arrest of 19 wanted Arab terrorists this week alone. I just spoke with Officer Mickey Rosenfeld, the Government Press Office police spokesperson who interfaces with the civilian population in Sderot and commands the response teams in that region. Officer Rosenfeld confirmed that still this week there were several rockets and mortar shells fired from the Gaza Strip into the sovereign state of Israel. He also confirmed that this week at this time there have been no injuries due to the firings and that no rockets or mortars hit inside Sderot proper. He further confirmed that rockets did land in open areas of several moshavim surrounding Sderot and that a number of those rockets and mortar shells did cause damage, but no injuries to the population. When I asked Officer Rosenfeld for his further comments, he simply stated, and I quote, "These continued firings show us once again how the Hamas and Jihad are attempting to strike innocent Israelis, including women and children." End quote. And now I would like to enlarge upon the comments of Prime Minister Ehud Olmert concerning the Arab terrorists living in and the terrorism emanating from the Gaza Strip. After reminding all of us that he was friendly with the President of the United States and that he had just received the United States Speaker of the House, the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, Mr. Olmert went on to say the following, and I quote, "This morning we will also discuss a proposal to grant Development Area A status to the industrial zones in Sderot and the area adjacent to the Gaza Strip. We are doing this in order to reinforce our social and economic backing and support the area residents as part of the effort to strengthen their protection and fortitude as they cope with the reality that we are experiencing in the South. This is in addition to the recent wide-ranging activity of Home Front Command and the Defense Ministry in order to quickly complete the plans that we have committed to regarding the reinforcement of schools and residential structures in these sensitive areas. We are very close to a critical point regarding the situation in the Gaza Strip. The current situation cannot continue. I do not know if it would be proper to go into details. I do not think that it would be correct at the current time to go into all aspects of the issue and hold a discussion for the headlines. Suffice to say that we are convinced that it is absolutely impossible to let the situation in the South go on as it has in recent months. The critical point regarding how matters will be conducted is very close. Of course, our mission is to see to it that the residents of the South live tranquil and secure lives without being under constant threat as they have for a very long period." End quote. And Prime Minister also made remarks at the special Knesset session marking the 63rd anniversary of the Allied victory over Nazi Germany. Besides obviously honoring all of those gathered, the Prime Minister spoke about anti-Semitism today, and I quote, "Anti-Semitism was and remains a sore evil, an actual plague, which continues, even at this time, to attract many misguided followers from among many nations of the world. The free world has long understood that this hatred is essence of evil and malice, and it is not a problem of the Jewish people or the State of Israel alone. Each and every citizen of the Western world is the enemy of that destructive spirit of hatred, and it is therefore incumbent upon every nation in the free world to recognize in advance the dangers emanating from this hatred and its serious repercussions for the future." End quote. And that concludes this edition of Fact, Not Commentary. I am Aviva Lee, reporting live in Jerusalem from room 552 for Israel 24/6 TV. May the Almighty help this present inhabited world. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.